Whew. That was a fast start. You can see Leone did the right thing. He tried to initiate the strike, but went in for the takedown. But Bellingon got a great stoppage there, was able to stop the repeated takedown attempts as this crowd lights up.
Spinning back elbow there from Leone.
And Kevin actually attempted the takedown right there as they get into the pummel. Good hand fighting there from Bellingon.
Good
Now
knees to the body from Kevin Bellingon. He looks to take Leone down. Can he put the wrestler on his back? Yes, he can! Yes, he can!
That's a shock right there, if I've ever seen one. Good takedown.
Position for Kevin Bellingon. He tries to posture up now. Leone's going to work off his back.
Confidence has got to be sky high right now as Team Lakai's very own Kevin Bellingon takes down the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and starts dropping the elbows.
Elbows from Bellingon. A knee to the head. Leone's going to get out of this position. Elbows again. And he's cutting. He's cut Leone. Leone in trouble. Bellingon unloading on him. This is punishment. This is power from the Filipino. Another cracking knee. Inflicting damage on Leone. A hapless Leone. And still a half-guard position for Bellingon.
Now he's trying to attack that far side arm. Look for Leone to try to swim under the underhook there, but he's overhooked now. He's trying to pull him down. Looks like Kevin's going to try to keep softening him up with those elbows. Leone's opened up.
Slicing and dicing with the elbows, Kevin Bellingon. A shot to the body. I can't hear myself thinking in here. This place is crazy. This is awesome. Bellingon swings the legs, and Olivier Coste says to break. They are having a meltdown here in Manila. Take a moment to wipe the canvas, wipe off Bellingon, wipe off Leone. Just crazy scenes. Here come the chants again. Listen to this. It's like a soccer crowd in here for Kevin Bellingon. And what a dominant opening round. The man fueled by the power of his mullet. And certainly has unleashed that in the opener. Those hands of Bellingon are something else. Pure granite, pure dynamite to the Filipino.
I thought it was the right hand of Kevin Bellingon, but you say it's the mullet.
Have a look at the elbow here.
Boom, there's the knee, follows it up right into an elbow. That's what opened him up right there. You can immediately see Leone checking his brow to make sure his scalp is still there.
Olivier Coste is looking over Leone. Bellingon's ready to go. A tremendous start to this contest from Kevin Bellingon. All aggression, all power coupled with technique. What does Leone do from here? He gives a thumbs up to Bellingon, says, yep, you got me, but he's not waving a white flag, Andrew Leone. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, Leone. And what happens if Leone puts Bellingon on his back?
Doing the right thing, getting on his horse, starts moving around. Like seems to start punching, maybe punching into a takedown. 1-2, slide under.
Chad from Bellingon doesn't want to overextend, doesn't want to rush in here and leave himself open for any sort of takedown or any sort of counter. Impatient, wise Kevin Bellingon at the moment.
Nice little 1-2 from Leone. Kevin's pushing forward, very patient, not rushing anything.
Overhand right from Bellingon.
Rushed into a right hand right there, though.
Leone circling, wants to look for a takedown, for an opportunity to shoot in on Bellingon. Double leg, single leg, body clinch, doesn't matter. Leone hands up high. Faked low. clinches up and Bellingham takedown, puts Leone on his back for a second time.
Wow. Fueled by the power of the mullet and 20,000 Filipinos. Kevin Bellingham does the impossible and puts the BJJ black belt, the wrestler, on his back and drops the ground and pound.
And here come those car batteries of hands of Kevin Bellingham. Massive meat hooks on Bellingham, doing the damage on Leone. Leone controlling the Filipinos' posture, doesn't want him rising up and landing the heavy salvos. What aggression from Kevin Bellingham. Close guard from Leone. He'll go back to his corner, the American, and receive some much-needed instruction. What will the team from Bali say to Andrew Leone? What will Team Lakai be saying to Kevin Bellingham?
Well, the first thing the team from Bali's got to do is stop that bleeding. Once that's taken care of, they need to initiate the ability to put some hands on Kevin, slow Kevin down. Leone needs to get on top. He had his moment here, but look, check out the hips of Kevin Bellingham. Beautiful little overhook wizard throw there, but then he started dropping the elbows, and then here comes the knees. Elbow, and then, yep, there's one. That did some damage there, but the elbow was what opened up Leone. That's what caused that little gash. But then he kept softening him up and kept going to work on it. Great round for Kevin, the silencer. Bellingham.
There was nothing silent about Bellingham in that first round and about this sellout crowd in Manila. Packed to the rafters. They turned away so many people at the door tonight. Just couldn't fit them in. It's the hottest ticket in the martial arts world. Leone saying something to get into Bellingham's head a little. Touch gloves, second round set for 3. Scored as an overall contest, but no doubt it's one that Bellingham is clearly leading at the moment. What happens? That sense of intrigue if Leone can put Bellingham on his back. Hasn't happened yet. Bellingham scoring 2 takedowns in the opening round, or 2 times putting Leone on his back. Leone circling counterclockwise.
That's good. He's got to stay away from circling to that wrong side. If he keeps circling right, keeps moving to Bellingham's left side, that's going to avoid that big right hand.
Bellingham pivoting, center ring, doesn't want to give it up here. Again, Bellingham like a ticking time bomb. Could explode at any moment. Oh, turn it back, kick drops him! Turn it back, kick drops him! Turn it back, kick drops him! Here comes Bellingham! Manila in a meltdown! That was awesome! A turning back kick to the liver, dropped Andrew Leone! And now the aggression, the ground and pound, the unloading, the assault, the barrage, the good night Irene!
Oh my. Kevin, the silencer, Bellingham, has quieted the commentary team. Beautiful display showed by Kevin Bellingham, a beautiful spinning sidekick. And then the punches rained down like a Filipino typhoon as he just started dropping him, and he forced this referee to jump in and save him. Absolutely tremendous victory.
Mitch Chilson, you've been here since the start. I dare say that is one of the most aggressive performances we've seen in one championship history.
I have to agree, Michael. That was beautiful. He was so patient, so calm. Spinning back kick, dropped him.
Let's go to Dominic Lau and make it all official.
To present the medal for this match, we have Mr. Hafiz Nassar, Area Business Manager, Caltex Javelin. And now, Your referee, Mr. Olivier Coste, has put a stop to this contest after 1 minute and 27 seconds in the second round. For your winner, by way of referee stoppage due to strikes, Kevin Belingon!
First round finishes. We're set for 3 by 5 minute rounds. The Aussie in the blue, the Filipino in the red. Jab 2 early on here from Lightning Reese McLaren.
Kevin Belingon is known for that lightning fast front kick that seems to come out of nowhere. Just how long until he throws it?
McLaren had an 8-week camp on Australia's Gold Coast up north in Queensland. Said he worked on bridging the gap between his striking to his takedowns. Jab 2 again and a double jab from Reese McLaren.
Reese McLaren immediately starts with the taunting. Oh, what a right hand!
Beautiful right hand from Belingon. McLaren in trouble. Here comes Belingon. Could it be the GoDaddy knockout of the night on the way? Belingon driving in the left hand, driving in the right hand. And McLaren reaches up, pulls him down. He's got to control the posture. He's got to stop the ground and pound.
Those are some huge shots thrown by Belingon, but what heart by McLaren to hang in there. Oh, Olivier jumps in!
The Filipino brings the house down! What a crazy victory!
Just like that, he can close the show in a blink of an eye. We've been speaking about it all week. Michael, out of nowhere, the right hand comes, the ground and pound swarms on top of McLaren. Avoided a lot of shots, but took a lot in the process. Belingon just put it on him till Olivier was forced to jump in and stop the contest.
Could that be the GoDaddy knockout of the night award right there? Kevin Belingon scales the cage afterwards. Simply amazing scenes here at One Championship Quest for Greatness. Let's go to Dominic Loud and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Olivier Coste has put a stop to this fight after 1 minute and 2 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of knockout, Kevin Belingon!
Both of them well worthy of a second attempt.
13 centimeters in height is going to separate these two warriors. So that reach of Tauru is going to be very important on the feet. He's got to throw that jab out, keep the distance, but not too much distance because Kevin Belingon loves to fight at that kicking range.
And this is another fight that's really split the experts in terms of predicting the outcome. Very nicely matched.
It's going to come down to strategy. Who can impose their will on the other one? Will Tauru be able to close the distance and get this fight to the ground? Or will Kevin Belingon basically have target practice?
It's been a great servant to One Championship, Kevin Belingon, and these fans absolutely love him.
The chant rings out throughout this jam-packed 20,000 plus stadium here in the Philippines. Nice leg kick, spins Tauru around. I like that leg kick.
Yeah,
it is
strong,
landing
aren't they?
well.
Yeah, they land heavily. Those kicks to the thigh. And that lead leg is already starting to redden, and you can only see a little bit of his leg because of the trunks he's wearing. But down by that lower thigh, it's already quite red. Contrasted with the pale skin of Tony Tauru.
Tauru getting fancy with his footwork as he attempts a spinning kick. Usually it's the Kai fighters that are throwing those fancy feet.
Oh,
just as I said that. This is his opportunity. Now we get to see Tauru work his game, but Kevin Belingon pops right back up.
Very good work from the Filipino, showing great strength. He's got very strong legs, and now he's gone chasing after the finished fighter, who is cut around the forehead, just above the eye. Tauru scrambles, tries to go for the takedown, but leaps back up, wipes away from blood, and that's a big problem for him. Belingon is on top of him and throwing lefts and rights. The crowd roaring, encouraging him on. Tauru goes down. Belingon can't quite get the measure of him because the feet are in the way, but in comes Olivier Coste. What a performance! Two fighters who've challenged for the title before. Only one of them will take a quick step towards a rematch, and that man is Kevin Belingon.
There he is, jumping all over when he sensed the slightest bit of weakness in Taru. Kevin Belingon sensed there was something wrong. Taru was trying to cover up, but he just wildly swinging for the fences there. As Kevin Belingon puts the hurt on Tony Taru to win this fight by TKO stoppage.
Very good stoppage from Olivier. It looked like there might have been a verbal tap out, but he clearly, you could see from the facial expression that he didn't want any more, and credit to Olivier Coste for keeping his eye on that and jumping in straight away so that no more damage was done than was entirely necessary. So great work from Olivier Coste, but great work also from Kevin Belingon as he embraces his opponent in the center of the cage. Manny Pacquiao watching from cage side must have been impressed with that. Tremendous finishing skills from Belingon. With the official decision, here's Dom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this fight will receive a Predator 21EX gaming laptop. And to present the medal for this fight, we have the lovely Kim Domingo, Predator Goddess. And now, your referee, Olivier Coste, has put a stop to this fight after 2 minutes and 27 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of verbal tap out, Kevin Belingon!
But he's a quality fighter.
He is, and he's also riding his last 2 fights, his win streak, so coming 3-0 in your last 3 could really go a long way to pushing you towards another title shot.
Good right hand from Kevin Belingon, countering the leg kick. He's got quick hands, hasn't he?
He's really quick, and he moves with such great precision, too. I think he's probably the fastest striker that we have in ONE FC. If you were just look at the punches here. It looks so much slower when you watch the monitor as opposed to when we watch the live action in front of us. It's mind-boggling how fast Kevin's able to mix up these angles.
Aranda's no slouch himself. He snuck in a very nice little tidy right hand to Belingon's chin. Oh, that was superb. Spinning kick right in the midriff, and that pushed Aranda back several paces.
Well, Aranda doesn't get to be 9-0 by being a slouch. So, I mean, I think it goes without saying that he's definitely a very solid mixed martial artist. And the thing we haven't seen yet is that Aranda's specialty is really his ground game. And he's happy going toe-to-toe with Kevin standing up.
He'll have to be on top of his game to do that. Belingon is super fast tonight.
He is. He's thrown his punches a little more looping than he usually does. But he does mix up the levels well.
Oh, I wonder if he can keep this pace up for 15 minutes.
Have you seen him fight before? Of course he can. This guy's just a beast when it comes to cardio. He got tired once. He was 4. Decided against it.
That was before they were running the hills in the altitude of Baguio. Then it all changed.
I'm gonna see if David decides to look for a takedown here at some point. But one thing that Kevin's shown is he has great takedown defense.
Well, Aranda's not getting devastated in the stand-up here, but certainly Belingon has the edge. So you'd think that he would want to take it downstairs. Superb with the right foot.
Kevin just has that kind of stalking moving forward.
He's got the bit between his teeth as Kevin Belingon. He feels there might be an opening here. Oh, what a left hand! Oh, that was devastation. And I think Aranda was out before he even hit the canvas. It landed on the right side of his face, and already there's a big swelling on Aranda's head. the size of a ping pong ball up by the side of his right eye. Such a clubbing punch it was from Belingon. That was really spectacular. I mean, he had the edge throughout the fight, but the finish kind of came from out of nowhere, although in the 20 seconds building up to that, there was some fierce momentum, but the finish was still shocking.
Well, Team Lakay is just on fire tonight. 3-0 so far and in spectacular fashion. You know, David Arnenda is a stud, 9-0, and he came over here, felt very confident that he could compete at any level with anyone. And those punches, sometimes they're hard to see here if that's gonna be just a lucky punch or not. Just pinpoint with that spinning back kick and then a nice cut kick down to the legs. And you see here, that left hand that just came right over the top of the ear, right on David's go to sleep button.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Olivier Coste calls a halt to this battle at 2 minutes, 53 seconds of the very first round. For your winner, via knockout, Kevin the Silencer Belingon!
But he's up against a taller man. Quite clearly you can see that.
Kevin's also been able to fight some of the tougher competition.
This fight brought to you by Vostok Europe, brought to you by the Red Army Watches.
You know, that's one of the things you look at too, is records are fantastic, but when you start to look at who you've been up against when the pressure's on, that really also makes a big difference. And Kevin's fought arguably the tougher guys in Emanari, Sochul Kim, Sadulayov. Nice body kick.
Wushu style means he has a nice side-on stance, and he can switch the attack with both legs, as you just saw.
It's one of the beautiful things about mixed martial arts is that the striking styles you see really are diverse. You have Sivat in France, and you have American kickboxing, Muay Thai, you've got the San Xiao and Wushu in China, and all of those different striking elements add a different dynamic, and it can often be at times be hard to find someone who's going to put together those combinations in training.
Quick hands, hasn't he, Kevin Belingon?
He's lightning fast, and he kicks very hard, and he punches hard too, deceptively hard for his size.
Tan Vu yet to really take advantage of that.
Hasn't had a chance to throw a punch yet.
He
That's
really
like the old
needs to do
saying.
something, because he's got the longer reach, you feel sure, and if he can just send that jab out, he may be able to exert some control on this, but Belingon is so quick. He really looks alert in there.
BJJ expert Marcelo Garcia often says that, you know, the best defense is just defense along with a good offense, and Belingon has a fantastic offense.
Lightning follow-up there when Tan Vu just dropped momentarily to the canvas. I haven't seen Belingon look quite as ready to go as he is here.
Well, he's got a lot on the line. He's 25 years old. If he does win this fight, it advances him to the finals. Lots of fight career left, and he's only going to get better. It's one of the scary things about a guy who's this good of a striker. Being able to have a couple losses sometimes is the best thing that can happen to you. It's a nice job of getting back up by Vu. Nice takedown again by Belingon. Tan Vu really hasn't been able to get anything going offensively. He's able to stand up a little bit there, but this has been all Kevin so far.
Pretty much down to Belingon's intensity, isn't it? He's just constantly on it.
He's tenacious.
With 3 minutes gone in this bout, Tan Vu must be wondering what's hit him. He just hasn't had a chance to settle, either
I think
standing
everything
up
has
or
hit him.
down.
See if Kevin works into mount there. He tries to work that left knee over the belly of Vu. He gets that knee and that shin over, but he may be content just to sitting cross-side here.
Explode now, let's go. Good. Explode, son, explode. There you go.
Energetic scrambling from these two. Belingon, though, really is on top of things, quite literally here as well. Tanvu under the cosh, the younger man.
Tanvu really needs to find some offense here, whether it's on the ground or whether it's standing up, because he's letting Kevin set the pace of the fight everywhere. That's really going to be not only a detriment to his tempo and his rhythm, but also to his judges' scorecards.
Well, the Australian fans here just getting an Oggy, Oggy, Oggy chant up. Clearly Tanvu fans, where he bases himself these days. Looks at the moment as if he's going to need slightly more than that to deal with Kevin Belingon. 40 seconds left in this first round.
Kevin's trapped his right arm, got a nice couple of right hands through. Kevin's very tenacious, able to put together really good punches. His ground and pound looks solid here. Vu's gonna have to figure out something from his corner. Well, he does get another chance when he stand back up here to let some leather fly.
10 seconds left.
Vu's loading up that kick.
And I get the impression that Tanvu will get a bit of a talking to from his corner, because that just wasn't satisfactory for him. Belingon was in his face, and there wasn't much he could do about it.
Kevin was very aggressive from the get-go. Had a couple of nice combinations. Worked here into a beautiful leg trip takedown right into cross side.
Get the legs. Forget trying to kick him. Okay, you're not gonna get it. Okay, what I want to do is I want the hands. I want you to pull him, drag him to the ground. You get on top. You get on top and you expose your will. Okay. First round, it's nothing. Okay. You control this fight from now.
Huwag ang kombinasyon mo. Kami nung nag-counter ka kat angin. Medyo tayo pa ngek. Dua or talo. Kam dua or talo. When santukan to kontrolin ay ayaman pa dito ay ayam mo. Dito takderam oray second round. Tapno ang kaunay nga hansunay nga maptangan na di imam.
Neither Jason nor I speak Tagalog, so we couldn't understand what was being said to Kevin Belingon, but it was quite clear that Tanvu's trainer there wanted him to get on top.
If I had to guess, I would say Kevin Belingon's corner said, keep doing what
More
you're
of
doing.
the same, yeah?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, brother. Kevin's doing a really good job of setting up the punches, the pace, getting the takedowns where he wants them. And he mixes up his levels well, too.
Inside leg kick from Belingon there, so fast. A good left hand as well, as Tanvu just leant in.
Vu's corner said to get him on the ground, meaning Belingon, but that may be too much of an overarching game plan. I think may need a little more specific, poignant advice at this point, because he hasn't really been able to close the distance or set anything up with those punches. He has the reach. I'd like to see him utilize it.
Lightning speed of those kicks from Belingon.
Oh, nice kick to the head. It's a nice setup. I think he rocked it.
Again, I think Vu's in trouble, although he is fighting back, and he's caught with a left and a right, and another left. He's fighting back, but he's really hurt now, and the referee jumps between them, and it's over. Well, Tanvu had a hold of Kevin Belingon's leg there, and he was wanting to fight on. And he's pretty disappointed about that. He's pressed up against the cage by the referee, and he's gesticulating as if to say, what's going on? I'm fighting. I'm ready to fight.
Well, anytime you start doing a double leg on the referee, you know you are probably unconscious at some point. You see here that Kevin Belingon threw a couple of nice punches, and he connected with one right there in that left hand that just rocked his world. The referee all over the top of that here, but that left shocked him. Yeah, that's a close call, because, you know, he put him on his butt. Yeah. That's tough to say. It looked like he was in on that single pretty deep, but, you know, it's tough to say. I'd like to hear what Kevin thinks about that, if he felt like he was out or not.
Perhaps a fraction too early. He was knocked to his butt, wasn't he? But straight away he grabbed. Seemed to have his senses about him. Yeah, he's a disappointed man, Tanvu.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kenichi Serizawa calls a halt to this bout at 1 minute of round number 2 for your winner via referee stoppage due to strikes Fighting out of the red corner, Kevin, the Silencer, Belingon!
The Filipino in red shorts, Sadulayev in the black shorts. Is a southpaw, leading with his right hand. Good inside leg kick from Belingon. And another one. And upstairs he goes. That one didn't quite connect. I think Sadulayev got his left hand in the way and took a kick to the groin area there, but the fight continues and goes to the ground. Back up they come.
It's one of the things you really want to watch out for is opening with kicks when you fight a wrestler, because the distance your leg has to travel to get back down, it's easier to time that, and your base is going to be off because you're only on one leg. So wrestlers like to shoot coming in off of those kicks.
Furious early pace to this contest, appreciated by the crowd cage side. Belingon is slinging those kicks in.
He is. You know, Kevin needs to set those kicks up, I think, more with his hands, because the more and more he kicks, the more it's going to allow Yusuf to see the timing and take him down, which is definitely an area that Kevin wants to avoid. It's a solid leg kick.
He's going for the inside of that right leg of the Russian. That'll be sore tomorrow. Probably quite sore now.
Good footwork by Kevin. You tell high-level strikers when they're able to get their combinations off, cut their angles, and that's like we just talked about. Off of that kick, Yusuf's going to look to time it. He missed the belly-to-belly suplex. This puts Kevin in a very, very good spot.
Elbows coming down on the face.
You hear Kevin's corner telling him to just relax. Because again, position is so important. A lot of times wrestlers, they're not used to being on their backs. Their natural instinct is to get up and explode. Especially in the MMA, they're always, usually the guys, pushing the takedown. It's gonna be interesting to see what Yusuf's able to do here from his jiu-jitsu base. He really wants to protect that left arm, though, that's up and get it inside. It's given Kevin the opportunity to start attacking it.
Using the elbow, his right elbow, Belingon, to the side of Sadulayev's trunk. Has the advantageous position, but he's got to keep his awareness at maximum levels with a wrestler like Sadulayev beneath him.
Yusuf needs to get that left arm from around Kevin's arm and get it inside. See, what he's given him there is he has a head and arm triangle. He can start attacking that arm from up top.
Great camera angle showing us how Sadulayev just hooked Belingon's leg there to try and get a bit of purchase to see if he could move himself free. No success just yet, though.
Well, Kevin's shown us now why he was one of the top prospects in Asia. For his last fight with Kim, he said that he was injured and he really wasn't able to work the takedown defense as much as he would have liked. You can be for sure he worked takedown defense, knowing he was fighting a guy that's as solid of a wrestler as Yusuf. Yusuf needs to explode and get to his knees here and stand up.
This is part of a Grand Prix event, an 8-man bantamweight contest. Knockout contest, and Belingon has won it. Referee Yuji Shimada dived in. Sadulayev's not happy about it. He's on his knees with his arms apart, saying, what was all that about? Belingon was throwing punches, but again, Yuji Shimada was at very close quarters. This one is over, and Belingon advances to the semi-finals of this bantamweight Grand Prix, and Sadulayev has still not got to his feet. Can't quite believe what's happened to him. Clearly not comfortable with that decision.
Well, you have to take the referee's word for it. I mean, there was a couple of good shots that got through here. It's difficult to say if he was out. Oh yeah, he's definitely out. If you look at his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes looked as if they were rolling up into his head,
Kevin was starting to work on a Kimura, and then he abandoned it. That second shot that snuck through put him out. And you can see that he's obviously out there. It's a very good job by a referee seeing that.
Part of the issue there is that the punches to the head, when Sadulayev has his back to the floor, means that he gets hit on the back of the head on the canvas. So it's a double whammy every time he gets punched. Good refereeing.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yuji Shimada calls a halt to this bout at 3 minutes 18 seconds of the very first round for your winner via knockout from the red corner, Kevin the Silencer Belingon.
Taru's gone 1-4 in his last 5, 4-6 in his last 10. Eustaquio, 3-2 in his last 5, 6-4 in his last 10. Eustaquio does possess that beautiful wushu striking. Actually began his martial arts career in kickboxing, then moved to wushu as a 14-year-old. Became a member of the national wushu team of the Philippines. Tauru ties him up, hoping for an early takedown. Gets it. Has the back of Eustaquio. Not where Jai wants to be early on. 8 submissions in 11 wins for Tony Tauru for a 73% finishing rate.
Not exactly the same way it happened back in 2016, but pretty close. Jai-Hei's got to be going through deja vu right about now. You can see the way Tauru's trying to lace up that leg with the arm. He's trying to trap the arm with the leg, but Jai-Hei's doing a good job at defending right now. Tauru's only got one hook in, but he doesn't need both hooks to finish. He can just triangle his legs and secure that position right there. The biggest danger for Jai-Hei right now is that left arm. You can see Tauru's trying to slowly work it underneath the chin. He's prying the chin up, and he's trying to work on that strangle. You can see Jai-Hei's defending the right arm of Tauru, not allowing him to lock the arms together. So it's very important that he defends the choking hand, and then he can work off the other one.
Tauru hunting for history to repeat itself. And rear naked choke Jai-Hei Eustaquio again. Eustaquio hasn't finished an opponent himself since January 2016 when he played South American in the first round. Overnight Eustaquio, 2 knockouts, 2 subs. 11-7 Tauru, 8 subs. Making his time here, left in, Tony Tauru.
He went under the right arm there of Jai-Hei, so he's a little bit out of dangerous choking position. Right now, Tauru is just kind of hand battling right now. So you can see Jai-Hei's okay because he's defending the hands correctly. Tauru's might transition here to mount. Jai-Hei might go belly down. Let's see what happens here if Jai-Hei can defend properly. But when he scrambles, he gives up the worst position. Tauru let the hook go, but he's slowly starting to work that arm underneath the chin of Jai-Hei.
Full contingent of Team Legal megastars in the house tonight. Edwards Falayan, Joshua Pacquiao both competing later on in the co-main and main event. Honorio the Rock Benario, Kevin Ballagnon, all of the world champions, past and present, all here tonight, along with coach Mark Sanjao. The amazing Team Legal from Backyard City. Now, Jai-Hei top position. Now it's Jai-Hei's turn. This crowd goes bananas! Inside the close out of Tauru. How the tide is turned. The knees now from Jai-Hei.
Jai-Hei did a good job defending, was able to free himself from that hook, and then once he was able to get rid of that hook, he was able to turn the position, end up on top position. Right now, you can see Tauru starting to go high guard, trying to get nice and high on that guard so he can control the posture of Jai-Hei, not allow him to posture up and start punching.
The sold-out crowd inside the massive Mall of Asia arena is deafening when they pop for Jai-Hei Eustaquio. You think this is deafening? Wait till you see Edward Falayan later. Wait till Joshua Pacquiao comes out their main event. They go absolutely off their rockets. Eustaquio, great go from the crowd, getting posture up and work the ground and pound. This is Eustaquio's busiest year ever. His 4th match this year, making 2019 his hottest year. Tauru, 1-5 in 1 championship. There was a time of 3 years between 2011 and 2014 when he went on a magnificent 10-match winning streak with 7 finishes, including a Gogo Plata that got him signed to 1 championship. Gogo Plata or a shoulder lock on the Plata for the Gogo Plata against Eustaquio tonight. Could be something else. Can't see it happening. And again, you never know. Drive from Tauru. Turning back the Wushu style from Eustaquio. Wushu's main weapon, known for its cutting side kicks to the legs, to the body. A wild uppercut, almost took out the ring mat, just on the bell there from Eustaquio.
Well, we said from the beginning, Tauru needed to get this match to the ground, and he did just that. Beautiful duck under there of the big left hook coming from Jai. Tauru was able to sneak around, get the back, control the position, and spend a couple minutes in a very dominant position until this moment where Jai was able to ignite the crowd, end up in side control, work his way back into top, and then get back up onto his feet to do a little bit of his handiwork. But that was a good round for Jai Eustaquio and Tony Tauru, spending that much time in top position.
So many luminaries inside the Mall of Asia Arena tonight. And once again, folks, don't forget to follow us across all your social media platforms at One Championship on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Sparkling crowd, 100% behind Jai Eustaquio, the former flyweight world champion.
Ready, go!
Eustaquio, who holds a Masters in Physical Education from University of the Hurrianes. The outside making from Jai. A sweeter human being you will not find than Jai Eustaquio. Very softly spoken, always with a family man inside the ring, inside the circle. He can be a monster. See the Wushu striking coming to play again here from Eustaquio, who's beaten the likes of Gianni Suba, Alex Silva, Adriano Moraes. Get his revenge on Tony Tauru tonight. Hook there from Tauru. Thin with the height and the reach. Long arms, long legs on Tauru. Good stick jab from Eustaquio. Planting right hand. Change here from Eustaquio Mitch. A little more pepper behind that. The punches now.
Yeah, he's doing a beautiful job of slipping the jab of Tauru and coming in and throwing left hands of his own. And he's starting to touch Tauru a lot. There's a lot of significant strikes landed, and now he's starting to put the right hand behind that left hand, and he's starting to really add up the combinations.
Tauru would like to put hands on Eustaquio, take him down, get on top, or maybe even take Jai's back. Tried for a tight clinch there, couldn't get the knees up though, Tony Tauru. Good jab from Eustaquio, snaking it through the guard of the fin. Overhand right to left hook, nothing but air. Double jab, Eustaquio. Outside leg kick, slung it in. Hitting the top of the quadriceps of Tauru. Tauru edges forward. If you're going to throw the jab, got to throw the right hand for company here, Tony. Eustaquio, chin tucked, looking through his brow. Uppercut to left hook. Left hook again with a bit of a skip in there from Eustaquio. Want to see the kicks now from Eustaquio. Underneath, the leg kicks, the side kicks. There it is, must have heard me. This has been a good round for Eustaquio with the striking and another big leg kick just above the knee for that common peroneal nerve. Tauru's got to start answering back. Eustaquio circling into the power side, showing no respect for the right side power of Tony Tauru. 3 minutes 5 remains, second of 3.
Eustaquio's doing a beautiful job of slipping these punches. He's really got a good read on exactly what Tauru's going to be doing, and he's able to slide effortlessly out the way and then land beautiful shots like that. I like how he started attacking the legs too. He's starting to sweep out the legs and really start to take out the base of Tauru. But this is what Tauru wanted. Oh, beautiful little kick out there. And Eustaquio to get back up to his feet.
Luckily for Eustaquio, he may have made a sloppy mistake moments earlier. Uppercut. Trying to knock the beard off. Leg kick. Turning back kick. Oh, Eustaquio pulling out the full arsenal of Wushu striking. Amazing crowd here. Sounds like a football arena. We're all cheering on Jai Eustaquio. dancers. And he does a spinning back fist. He's giving them a show. Taru needs to find a way to get Jai to ground again, in the first round. And Jai would like to get back in world title contention in 2020. A former world champion. 35 seconds on the clock, second round of 3. It'll be a welcomed return to his corner for Taru. 3 rounds, some much needed instruction.
Surprised I'm not seeing any takedowns. Like, he's not really shooting in for these takedowns, because right now this is what he does. He likes to back Jai up. There's a possibility he's choosing to exchange. He likes the striking so much, but he's just getting outworked just by a beat. You can just see that Jai is just one step ahead of him. Jai is looking into that crystal ball. He knows exactly what Taru's going to throw.
Jai delighting the crowd right at the end of the second round. We go to the crowd, 5 more minutes remaining. Look at us, sold out inside the massive Mall of Asia Arena. What a sight, what a spectacle. It's one championship.
Just a masterclass right now thrown by Jai. Look at that, beautiful. Caught the jumping front kick, swept out the other leg. He thought about entering Taru's guard. He's like, nah, that's your game, not mine. Get back up, let me touch you up some more. And then he starts working on the feet again. I like the way he's throwing that left hand. He's throwing it from all kinds of angles, uppercuts, hooks, and jabs. I'd like to see this round, he starts putting on the kicks behind that left hand. Throw the hand combination, go after the legs, go after the body, ultimately maybe go way up top, go head hunting up in the skyscraper, and try to take out the fin.
Third and final round between Tony Taru and Jai Eustaquio. Repeat or revenge. If you're scoring round by round, it may very well be one of them. This is scored as an overall contest. Chance go up for Jai Eustaquio again. Philippine fans love it when he delivers on the wushu. A loss last time out by a knockout to Yuya Wakamatsu on August 2nd. Eustaquio, a 34% finishing rate. Taru, 73%. One-side leg kick from Eustaquio. Fourth match of 2019, his busiest year to date. Average match time is now 16 bouts, 14 minutes and 13 seconds. Taru's average match time is now 12 outings, 8 minutes, 25 seconds.
Now we're starting to see more kicks from Jai. He's starting to go inside, outside on the leg kicks, slowing down the movement of Taru, get him a little bit more stationary so he can start landing some bigger weapons. Like this strategy change in the third and final.
How it goes body, then goes head. He's hoping to connect to the liver with the first punch. Uppercut. Tries to put the chin through the top of the head. Another uppercut, followed by a lead hand. Jab 2 from Jai. Follows with the left hook. Check there from Taru. Tries to pull the head down, and Jai Eustaquio. Good jab from the fin.
Taru's got decent hand combinations. He's doing well. I like the shoulder roll he's trying to implement, but he's just getting touched too much. When Jai entering into these strikes, he's not really overcommitting, so he's not giving Taru the opportunity to duck under for the double leg. Very smart strategic game plan being executed by Eustaquio.
How nice is Eustaquio's turning back kick to the gut. Let's see if he does it again. Goes to that middle section. Liver about the size of it. Goes for it, goes for it, he gets it. That's the liver knockout. That's the one I spoke about. It's good night, Irene. Forget about it. Sign the pink slip, sign the ownership papers. A turning back kick to the liver. And it's good night for Tony Taru. That is awesome.
That was an impressive back kick, but the fact that you picked it up about 15 seconds, I don't know if the fans at home caught that. Michael Cervello calling his shot. That was beautifully done. He went for it, caught him on the side. Taru crumpled. Beautifully done.
There is no more painful way in combat sports, folks, to get knocked out than a liver shot. And that's exactly what you saw there from Jai Eustaquio. A perfectly placed shot to the liver. It's a moment's delayed reaction. You impact the vagus nerve. You strike between the 9th and 10th ribs. Down you go, and there's no chance of getting up.
Look at that pinpoint accuracy. Chevello saw it. Tony Taru did not. The beautifully done heel right to the liver. The whole body shuts down.
And you see Jai didn't go
knew
up
it
to
was,
it.
he knew it was over. That's high-level striking. That's experience out there. When you drop somebody, you let him off the hook. That's called a walk-off knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully done.
You will not find a better liver kick than that. Impacting that liver, closing down the entire body. That one would have made Bas Rutten proud. His crowd loving it. Big win for Eustaquio to end the year. Big win for the Philippines. Huge win for Team Lakai. Let's go to Tom Lau.
To present the medal for this match, we have Vice President for Hotels and Food and Beverage of City of Dreams, Manila, Mr. Michael Zimmer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Kemp Cheng, has called a stop to this contest after 2 minutes and 11 seconds in the 3rd round. For your winner, by way of knockout, Jai Eustaquio.
Explosiveness of Wushu versus the power and destructive capabilities of Muay Thai. And we've got two of the best in there right now.
Was that a slap from Murakan?
I think he open-handed slapped Eustaquio, which is
Unorthodox. Rare.
Yeah, that is true. I think he was just kind of checking the guard, just letting him know that, hey, you're dropping your arm, you're dropping your hand, and I will land one on you.
I think he checked himself in some way.
But the open-handed slap is a rarity. See Murakan just sliding back and forth between that, switch hitting essentially between the right and the left stances.
It was only a week ago that Eustaquio's colleague at Team Lakai, Kevin Belingon, lost his attempt to wrest the bantamweight belt from Bibiano Fernandez. So he's on a mission tonight to try and make up for that in some way by getting in the W column.
You can see both these fighters just, he dropped him with a left hook! You can see Murakan went for that open-handed slap again, and Jai exploded out of the gate with a big left hook.
I need to see the replay. Stunned. Everybody here at cage side. It was a counter left hook.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joey Lepitan calls a halt to this battle at 1 minute 21 seconds of round number 1. For your winner, by way of knockout, Jai Gravity Eustaquio!
Not only the legs, look at the size of the trapezius on the Korean. They have their own postal code. Here we go, look out for the lead hand here of Bay. Inside thigh kick from Ramazanov, circles off counterclockwise.
See, Ramazanov looks a little bit tentative in the stand-up. His head is right in the center line. He's not moving. He's a little bit flat-footed, and he's letting Bay just back him up.
Clash of jabs. It was Bay who drew the short straw in that exchange, however. Inside thigh kick from Ramazanov. And Bay pouring and peppering with that lead hand already. Ramazanov drifts off away from that rear hand. Nice jab there from Ramazanov. He can snake it through off the lead hand. There's one from Bay. A stand-up battle inside the opening 50 seconds. Two-punch combination from Bay. Ramazanov on the outside. Bay drops the lead hand down to the chest. Probing again with that lead hand is Bay. He said, look out for the lead hook. I'll hook him, and I'll jab him, and I'll knock him out inside of 1.
Ramazanov needs to be careful pawing for that hand like that. Bae Myung Ho could come right over the top. This is where Ramazanov wanted to get.
Boom, shakalaka. Big takedown there. Nicely done from the Russian. Inside the guard of the Korean now. 1 foot on hips here from Bae.
Nice, huge takedown coming from Ramazanov. Got those hands clasped around the body of Bae Myung Ho and took him for a ride. Now we get to see what Bae Myung Ho's like off of his back. He's typically the guy that likes to be on top, smashing on people, so it's a little bit of a role reversal.
Bae Myung Ho, a 17-6-1 record, 12% knockouts, 6 submissions. Former AFC welterweight champion, national Sander champion. Murad Ramazanov, a beast, 8-0, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions. Feet on hips here, on his back is Bae. Trying to pass the guard now is Ramazanov, inside of half guard the Russian. Bae posting up on that left arm against the circle wall.
Check out Ramazanov's trying to take that arm and just try to suck it underneath. He's trying to go to those handcuff positions. He's trying to take that right hand, or that left hand rather, and suck it behind the back of Bae Myung Ho. But Bae Myung Ho knows what's going on. He's wise to it, and he's able to stop that from happening.
What is a handcuff position?
If you take that, see what he's trying to do? Ramazanov's constantly controlling that hand right there. And so what he's trying, the left hand of Bae, so what he's trying to do is he's trying to shove it behind the back of Bae Myung Ho. See how he's reaching with his left hand? He's trying to go into a Dagestani handcuff position. These guys do it all the time, and they're constantly smothering people with it. And it prevents you from blocking any of the ground and pound coming from one side of your head, and you just get smashed on. But Bae Myung Ho's a veteran. He knows what's going on.
Folks, you learn something new every day. Sitting next to the Dragon, Mitch Chilson, as we have 2 minutes remaining. First round set for 3 between Ramazanov and Bae, Russia versus Korea.
I like the change up of strategy. He immediately starts to triangle the legs. He just consistently is giving Bae Myung Ho something else to think about with the grappling exchanges. Look at this. Transitions to the back. Beautiful little cut through there. Now he's got the back of Bae Myung Ho. Expecting to go for a ride.
Trying to wrench him to the canvas. Bae Myung Ho, the Wolverine, posts up on that left arm. That huge left arm. The popping deltoids and biceps are there. Muscled up Korean here. Wants to get back to his feet so he can use that jab and hook that he's spoken so freely about all week. He said he'd knock out Ramazanov with the lead hand inside of 5 minutes, but no chance of that happening at the moment. On his back here with 1:10 remaining. First round set for 3.
You could see in the early part of that round, he was in control. Bae Myung Ho was in control of the stand-up, but I think he was tentative of this particular position happening. He was a little bit nervous of having Ramazanov take him down and smother him like this. Bae Myung Ho's got to be a little bit more active, a little more aggressive, trying to get back up to his feet. He can't just accept these positions and allow himself to be out-grappled by Ramazanov.
On the world's largest martial arts fantasy game, One Fantasy on the One Super app, an overwhelming 79% of fans tipped to win tonight for Myung Ho Bae.
Nice little step over into half guard. Now Ramazanov's gonna try to push down that leg, slide his knee through, yup. Takes the back. That's a beautiful grappling display. That was textbook right there. Now he's on top.
It's power and position now for Ramazanov. Bae with nowhere to go and a whole lot of bother here. Referee Kemp Cheng on top of the action. Bae not defending, final seconds. Striking down, Kemp Cheng says no more, and Ramazanov is still undefeated. The Russian tank goes 9-0, and here's a monster Mitch.
Ramazanov put on a grappling clinic. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful transitions. He was in control of the ground exchanges from start to finish. It was a beautiful pass to half. He got him to turn his back, got on top, and then just started raining down the ground and pound. And look at this. He heard the 10-second clapper, shifted gears, and poured it on. And Kemp Cheng was forced to jump in and call a halt to the action.
This man signals his clear intentions in the welterweight division. Look at the ferocity here from Murad Ramazanov of Russia. Bae Myung Ho of Korea, no place to go. Kemp Cheng saves him from further punishment. And the bearded Dagestani is still undefeated, 9-0. Here's Dom Lau to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Kemp Cheng, has called a stop to this contest after 4 minutes and 53 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of technical knockout, Murad Ramazanov.
Two machine martial artists collide here. What a huge win it would be for Sharif Muhammad and for Egypt if the battering ram on the left of your screen could get the win in Shanghai.
Sharif's got to be careful throwing that leg kick. He kind of opens up his hands and leaves that center corridor wide open. Fan Rong might be able to time a beautiful right hand right down the middle when he throws that low kick.
Right hand cocked and ready for Fan Rong. Hands a little wide, a little all over the shop here early on from Sharif Muhammad. They clinch up for the first time. Trip takedown attempt from Fan Rong. Muhammad says no, not going to happen. Fan Rong bats him into the corner. Hooks the leg again, does Fan Rong, but Sharif Muhammad defends against it. Hooks it once more. There's the takedown he was hoping for from the King Kong Warrior.
Nice trip takedown for Fan Rong as he's working inside the half guard now of Sharif Muhammad.
Both men are wrestlers, and one place a wrestler doesn't want to be is on his back. Good work there from Sharif Muhammad to get back to his feet. The man from Cairo.
Big bridge to get out of the top position there for Sharif Muhammad. Nice little try again with a trip takedown for Fan Rong. Let's see if Sharif Muhammad tries to go back to that big bridge, or if he can start to dig some underhooks and start working his way.
Fan Rong looking to pass and go to side control. Goes full mount now to the Chinese Warrior. Nicely done from the King Kong Warrior. What can Sharif Muhammad do? Body shots, you can hear them curling into the ribs of Sharif Muhammad. No holding one. Blow to the head there. Back to the body goes Fan Rong. Sharif Muhammad's got to find a way to A, get Fan Rong off of him, B, get back to his feet here.
Yeah, but first he's got to deal with this mounted position, and that's not the way to do it. You don't just want to hang on to the head. You know, he's
what are the options here, Mitch? What are the options?
I mean, he's got to let go, really. I mean, you can't, the referee's not going to stand him up in this position when full mount, you know, unless Fan Rong just stops moving and just lies down. But Sharif Muhammad's got to let go of that head and start pushing down on the legs, and maybe utilize that big bridge like he's trying to do to create a little bit of a scramble. But nice little change of strategy by Fan Rong to step over into side control. Now he's going to try to pry those hands apart and look to inflict a little bit of ground and pound.
Sharif Muhammad's brother Mahmoud has also competed in one championship. Cuts the hip in at side control. Does Fan Rong. Sharif Muhammad with seemingly no place to go. 2 minutes 10 remains. Going to give his back here to Fan Rong. He does indeed. Trying to get both hooks in. One's in, two are in. Going to try and flatten out the Egyptian now. Mount again for Fan Rong. In control, the Chinese athlete.
You see Fan Rong, he's might be going to gas out his arms if he just keeps gripping onto the head like this. He's got to create space. It's a rule of thumb. When you're in defense, you've got to create space. Offense don't want no space. They want to keep things nice and tight, keep you in control. Sharif Muhammad's got to start moving away. I'd like to see him turn onto his right side hip, start hip escaping out, create a little bit of movement, because Fan Rong's getting tighter and tighter like a boa constrictor.
Sharif Muhammad, the former Egyptian Fighting Championship middleweight champion, being dominated at the moment. Left hand curling into the top of the head of the Egyptian. Fan Rong sitting in side control, cutting the hip in, working over Muhammad.
You can see Fan Rong tried to crucifix that arm, which he's got his arm between his legs right now. Now Sharif Muhammad's not going to be able to grip that head and control him. Now Fan Rong's just getting nice and tight, trying to settle down into the position. Look for the elbows to start raining down on Sharif Muhammad's head.
Fan Rong doing everything right. The side of the face exposed on Sharif Muhammad.
I'm actually kind of impressed though. Sharif Muhammad has been able to avoid a lot of damage in some bad positions by Fan Rong, just by gripping the head. And look at him creating a little bit of a scramble now. As the crowd lets loose a little bit of a giggle there.
Reverse mount here from Fan Rong. Muhammad still trying to find a way out of this predicament, out of his position on his back. And a big right hand, smack down with the kisser. Here comes Fan Rong. This place going crazy. The Baoshan Arena alive for Fan Rong, the King Kong Warrior.
Sharif Muhammad ate a couple of huge punches right there, but he's worked his way back up to his feet.
Oh, Sharif looking for a choke, and it came a little too late. The bell sounds. We're going into the second.
Impressive for Sharif Muhammad to, not take a lot of damage.
Hey, Mitch, if there was another 30 seconds, was Fanrong possibly in trouble from that choke?
I mean, anything can happen. Sharif Muhammad's got a good squeeze, as you could see kind of from his defensive strategy there. But this was the most effective part of the ground and pound for Fanrong. Once he was able to kind of get that top position, create that space, then he was able to throw some big hands. And Sharif Muhammad's got a big tight squeeze, but he was able to avoid a lot of damage in some really bad positions there in the first round. But you gotta wonder, how's the gas tank of Sharif Muhammad right now after all that squeezing and all that holding on for dear life that he was doing in the first round?
Hi guys. The King Kong Warrior Fanrong, who went on a 10-match undefeated streak over a 2-year period between 2016 and 2018. And what an amazing streak it was, including 5 first-round finishes. Sellout inside the Baoshan Arena in Shanghai. It's one championship legendary quest.
For Sharif Muhammad to open up with some of those leg kicks again.
Can Muhammad find a way to put the King Kong Warrior on his back? A big left hook there from Fanrong. Sharif Muhammad fell to 2. Fanrong opens up like a house on fire, tags him in the chin again. There's a right hand down the tube. Sharif tries to throw the knees. There's a left hook from the Egyptian. He comes in flailing. Double leg takedown from Fanrong. And nicely done. Negates the strikes of Sharif Muhammad.
Yeah, that left hand of Fanrong, I think, wobbled him a little bit. They're going to stop it, and they're just like Olivier Coste is going to reset him back into the center. It's always difficult to restart these matches. So, there's always going to be a little bit of difference when they restart.
Side control position for Fanrong of China. Already tonight here in Shanghai, Team China off to a flying start. A decision win over Eric Kelly by New Kang Kang in our previous bout. And still with 3 more Chinese athletes on tonight's star-studded card.
Look at Fanrong setting up possibly a Von Flue choke there. You can see Sharif Muhammad has his left arm wrapped around the head, and there's a choke there. If Fanrong can just drive, there he goes. Sharif Muhammad was able to shake that hand off.
What is the Von Flue choke exactly? Mitch, explain it for us.
Well, when your opponent in this position has your head in an overhooked position, you're driving your shoulder right into their neck, and you basically choke them. But you can see Sharif Muhammad was able to get his hand off that position to avoid that choke.
On a scale of difficulty, 1 to 10, where does a Von Flue choke fit in?
Well, it's a pretty difficult choke to practice. I mean, you have to make sure you get into that position, you have the reps. You can see that Fanrong wasn't really attempting it, but he was trying to drive his shoulder in. But it is a pretty difficult choke to execute.
Fanrong cuts the hip inside control, 2:40 remains, second round of 3. There was a good sign towards the end of the first, right at the end of the first round, friend. Sharif Muhammad had an attempted guillotine choke on Fanrong. It came far too late, however. Let's see if Sharif can find a way back to his feet here, but at the moment, Fanrong may be going after the right arm, Mitch. No,
looks like he's trying to take the back, but Sharif Muhammad is scrambling, he's tough. He's trying to utilize that headlock position to get out of a lot of the bad spots, and Fanrong took his back there now, and he's probably looking for a rear naked choke, but Sharif Muhammad's tough. He's a squirrely middleweight.
And Team China go 2-0 tonight. Fanrong taking his time, has the back of Sharif Muhammad of Egypt. Fanrong glances to his corner. They're giving him instructions, trying to talk him through here, tell him what to do. Tremendously gifted athlete is Fanrong. Does have a very good finishing rate, 36% knockouts, 55% submissions. Has won 10 out of 11, has finished 10 out of 11, I should say. Just one win by decision for the WMMAA champion, Fanrong.
Fanrong's a bit high on the back, so he's having a hard time sinking that choke. But again, Sharif Muhammad was able to scramble, and now looks like Fan Rong setting up a possible triangle. He's got one arm in, one arm out, but again, Sharif Muhammad pulls out of it.
Oh, Sharif can't go back on his back, but he does. Not a good move there from the Egyptian. Now he's getting clobbered with the hands. This one may be over. Indeed it is. Fan Rong pounds out Sharif Muhammad in the second round. Team China victorious again. They are 2-0 in Shanghai.
You could see Fan Rong lands a big right hand and the eyes just kind of rolled back in the head there of Sharif Muhammad. He was still trying to keep his wits about him, still trying to keep that warrior spirit and continued to scramble, but then he just started landing. Look at that right there. That was the one that hurt him. And then his feet were up, he's trying to keep his guard open, but then another big hammer came down, and once that left hit him square on the chin, Olivier Coste was forced to jump in. You can just see Sharif Muhammad, he's trying to stay with it, he's trying to keep it in the contest, but Fan Rong was just too much.
Too much is the exact way to describe the onslaught from the King Kong warrior, Fan Rong. Lots of love in Shanghai, inside the Baoshan Arena for Fan Rong. The sold-out Baoshan Arena. Always a pleasure to be in Shanghai, an amazing city. If you've never visited Shanghai before, it is absolutely stupendous. Let's go to Dom Lau, make this one all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Olivier Coste, has called a stop to this contest after 3 minutes and 50 seconds in the second round. For your winner, by way of technical knockout, Fan Rong!
Finds himself here against the Thunder Kid, Lito Aduang. Crowd inside the Mall of Rage Arena behind the latest sensation from Team Lagai. Outside leg kick from Pongsarit Mitsatit, the Muay Thai North Thailand champion. 72-17 Muay Thai record, 49 knockouts. Thunder Kid, a two-time regional Wushu champion, also a regional Muay Thai champion. BJJ Malaysia gold medalist in Johor. All blue belt BJJ Malaysia silver medalist on a 6-match winning streak. The high kick there from the Thunder Kid, and here comes the Thunder, here comes the lightning, down goes Pongsarit Mitsatit. This place has gone bananas. The Thunder Kid, the Thunder Kid, full hammer coming down on Pongsarit Mitsatit. Lito Aduang, house on fire.
Survived. He was able to weather the storm, keep a nice tight guard as Lito Aduang unloaded on Pongsarit Mitsatit.
What a start from Lito Aduang. The Thunder Kid brought the thunder, brought the lightning, brought the hail, and down they go to one knee, now back up to a standing position. Aduang with a takedown, nicely done, goes to side control.
Oh, beautiful redirect, puts Pongsarit Mitsatit on his back, but he's got that underhook on that side. Now, Lito Aduang's going for that scarf hold key lock. You can see him trying to shove that arm into his legs. Looks like it might be a Kimura right there, I can see it.
Is he gonna make it 7 wins in a row, the Thunder Kid? And no, says Pongsarit Mitsatit, takes the back standing of the Filipino.
Wow, what grit coming out of Pongsarit Mitsatit as he was able to survive 2 extremely bad positions, and now he's got the back of Lito Aduang. Lito Aduang's going to look to try to separate those hands and spin and go chest to chest.
The aggressometer off the charts for Lito Aduang at the start of this contest. Not even halfway through the first round.
Yeah, looks like he's trying to attempt a Kimura lock there on the hands as he tried to roll through. Good job by Piak to hold that body lock nice and tight and maintain positioning. You can see that Lito Aduang, I don't know if you can see, but he's got a Kimura grip on that arm right there, and he's going to try to use it to sweep and reposition.
Aduang has not lost a match since 2014. A 90% finishing rate, you can see why, including a massive amount of first-round finishes. He's had 5 in his last 6 bouts have been first-round finishes. He's looking for another one here.
He's still going.
He's done it! He's done it! He's done it! It's good night, Irene! The
Extreme Meat team had the back of Lito Adiwan. Lito Adiwan immediately started looking for that Kimura grip. Once he had that grip, he went for the sacrifice throw, ended up on top, cranked on the Kimura. Oh, beautifully done. What a submission.
8 first-round wins in 11 career victories now for the Thunder Kid.
Look at that. Takes it up over the head. Beautifully done. I think he learned that from Joshua Pacquiao from the Passion Lock. Almost the same. Another beautiful submission win from Team Lakay. Look at this. He steps over the head, locks it into position, starts cranking on the arm. Beautifully done by Lito Adiwan.
The Thunder Kid Kimura, Lito Adiwan, gives thanks to the big man upstairs. What a victory for him. What a victory for Team Lakay and a victory for the Philippines. The Thunder Kid has arrived. And I know Rich Franklin, who discovered him in One Warrior Series, is loving that performance. My word. Lito Adiwan, the real deal. 7 wins in a row for the Thunder Kid from Baguio City. 26 years old, 2-time Philippine National Wushu champion. Let's go to Tom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Kim Cheng, has called a stop to this contest after 3 minutes and 2 seconds in the first round. For your winner, by way of Kimura